Guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be learning how to make a bubu gown. Please watch carefully so you can get the full grasp of it. First, we're going to be marking our starting point line, but mind you, the fabric is folded into four. The shoulder part is not open, it's folded. The sides, the right hand side are open, while the left hand side are unfolded. So we're going to be taking our vertical measurement. First, we'll be marking our breast points right now, which is 11.5 inches, and then we'll extend the line horizontally. After that, the second line will be marking underneath that to be our underbust line, which is actually 15 inches. So we're going to mark it just like you see it. So after marking the underbust, which is 15 inches, we extend the line horizontally as well. Then the third line we'll be marking will be our half length, which is also known as our waistline, vertical waistline, meaning you have to measure from your shoulder down to your waist. That will serve as your half length. So right now I'm marking 18 inches as the half length, and then I extended it horizontally, being the third line. Guys, don't mind the fact that you can't see the chalk. I tried as much as possible and I didn't realize it until I got to this point. So after marking the waistline, the next point will be the hip line. Once we are done with that, we're going to be marking the width of our neckline, which is actually 4 inches right here. And we're going to be cutting the back first. The depth is 4 inches, and then the width will be 3 inches. Sorry, I meant the width is 4 inches and the depth is 3 inches, and this will serve as the back neckline. So then we'll connect it with a curve. Once we are done with that, we're going to cut the neckline. But before then, make sure to notch the shoulder point, since it's not going to be having an opening on the shoulder line, so you know where your shoulder point is starting from. So this is more like a no seam shoulder line, so make sure to notch it so you know where the back and the front part of the neckline is. So now I'm going to be marking the armhole, which is actually 10 inches in length. So I'll mark that point. Once you are done with that, the next part will be to connect the round bust measurement. I'm going to marking that point on the chest line. So a round bust divided by 4, you mark it. Then after then, the next point will be to mark our round waistline. Your round waist divided by 4, then you mark the point and connect it to the bust line with a straight line. So make sure to cross check your measurements. After that, you do your round hip divided by 4, and then you mark that point as well. Then on the lower point, you add about 2 inches to the lower part. Then you extend the lines with a straight line, just like you see. Then you connect it to the armhole, down to the waist, to the hip, then towards the hemline. After that, make sure on the sides of the bust point, the under bust, the hip line, make sure to add 2 inches by the side, and this will serve as the seam allowance line as well as the sewing allowance. So once you're done with that, connect it with a straight line, then you cut. Sorry, we are not cutting. It's that line that we're going to be stitching on to make it very visible, since this is not going to be a detachable bubu gown. So it's more like a shape to fit. So once you are done with that, we're going to separate the front from the back so we can get the front neckline. So now I'm going to be marking 4 inches downwards from the neckline of the back that we marked to serve as the front. Then now I'm going to be using my ruler to connect it diagonally to meet the neckline we cut earlier on. So once I was done with that, the next part will be to use my scissors to cut it out just like this. And now you can see that the front neckline is deeper than the back neckline with about 4 inches more, meaning the front neckline is 7 inches overall and then the back neckline is 3 inches. Now that we are done with the cutting, we are just going to shape the sides of the left hand side as well as on the right hand side. Make sure the neckline is wide enough so the person's head you're sewing for will be able to pass through. So now it's time for us to cut our facings for this bubu gown. So now I'm going to be placing these pieces underneath to cut the neckline. Mind you, this bubu gown is cut together. We are not detaching any armhole or any part. So we're just going to cut a facing just like you see it. I separated the front and the back since it's cut together so we don't make a mistake to cut out any part. So you can see the way I'm placing the facing underneath it. Now I'm going to cut following the shape of the front as well as the back neckline, just like you see me doing right now. Make sure to pin down the facing to the fabric so it doesn't move. So now that I'm done getting the neckline, I'm going to shape the outer part of the facing by placing it on top, just like you see me doing right now. So make sure to do this carefully. You can give it whatever shape that you want. The outer part of the facing, you can give it whatever shape that you so desire. And if you know this is your first time on the channel, guys, please do well to hit on that red subscribe button, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment bubu gown down in the comment section below. And voila, our bubu gown is ready. You can just shape it out, sew it together on the front part, not on the wrong side. Make sure to shape the outfit on the right side, and once you're done with that, your bubu gown is actually ready, guys. It's very simple, it's not difficult. And if you can't really see this, just watch it carefully. Until I come your way next time, bye guys.